things were said like, hey, you guys know that BPN as a brand, like, they don't really need the ambassador program, right? Like, they don't need you guys to succeed as a company. The quickest way to get people to turn on you is when you stop treating them like people. Let's get into the video. So if you've been following me for a bit on Instagram, you'll know that I've been a part of Team BPN. Already know I've already downed a scoop and a half of G1M Sport. So intro run fuel, going another scoop of G1M Sport. Brand that takes pride in culture, community. Since I believe January is when I was invited to become a part of the ambassador program, which I was super stoked for. Like, BPN is the one brand that I'm like, yo, I really dig it. Like, I dig the vibe, I dig the energy, and just the overall message and mission, and just their huge emphasis on community. Like, bar none, it is a step above the rest. So I was so humbled and I was so excited for the journey ahead. Anyway, I want to keep this very short. I was gonna say short and sweet. We'll see what happens on the latter portion, but essentially joined the program in January. Really cool. I connected with a lot of people. I was a part of our weekly Zoom calls and everything, which was super dope to just like feel like you were a part of a team. And it was great. Like, it was awesome. And then, attended, they had an athletic club event here in Nashville. Really fun to attend, went to everything, every single thing, like multiple workouts and the meet and greet, got to meet Nick and Adam and a couple other like big members of the team. So was loving it. Like, it was super cool. But then I just started to pick up on certain things. So it was in a weird like transitional phase the entire time, honestly, for the program, in terms of who was managing the program, who did we communicate to, who's our main point of contact, et cetera, and so forth. So it was kind of just like things just weren't really clicking. And so this kind of started like from the onset, honestly, implementing new systems in terms of how to track sales conversions, to give people credits for, customers they brought to the site. I was like, okay, that's fine. Growing pains, like the program's huge, whatever. But yeah, that's how it started. And so I was like, okay, this is an interesting start. But, we get a couple months in and we were receiving, one free product per month, which for promotional purposes, which I used for said promotional purposes. Definitely helps to actually have, especially when it comes to supplements, it helps to actually have the product in hand so you can market it to your audience, show it being used within your day-to-day life, et cetera, and so forth. I think it was about 3 or 4 months in, they removed the monthly product, just saying like, hey, we're doing away with this. And to me, it wasn't like a huge deal. I was like, that's cool. Like, I love the brand, so I'm more than happy to support, buy my own supplements, whatever. That was totally fine. And just keep in mind, as an ambassador, I was not given a discount code, a discount link. I was given a support link, which quite frankly is just a fucking waste of time. Like, I don't really understand why companies do that. To be honest, yeah, to see who's generating traction, but overall, it's really just a waste of time for both parties. But anywho, I was just given a support link to share with my followers, even though they could just go directly to the site and shop the site, because mine didn't give them any discount. Didn't really make a whole lot of sense. So it goes without saying, I didn't earn any commission at all, like none, for the 8 months that I was a part of the program. And that was me and all the other people that were a part of this. So to wrap everything up, I actually have a little bit more to add. I started to notice things were getting a little bit weird at around the halfway mark, when they started removing the products. Management and whoever was just like changing, certain roles were changing. We went from weekly calls to kind of sporadic scheduling. We wouldn't really know when they were happening, and it was just weird, right? And also, one big shift was the dialogue really started to change during our calls. So there are certain phrases thrown about that, and I know I couldn't have been the only one to notice this, but things were said like, hey, you guys know that BPN as a brand, like, they don't really need the ambassador program, right? Like, they don't need you guys to succeed as a company. and things like, you know, BPN, like they've built enough of a footprint to where it's like, it's a privilege for you guys to be here. So, you know, with the ambassador program or not, like the brand's gonna thrive. And I'm like, I mean, I get that. I think we all understand that. Like, we're not necessary by any means. So I didn't really understand the point of things like that being said. But then it really started to click that this was simply just a foreshadowing of what was to come. So anyway, that was towards, like the 6-month mark. And we get further into it, communication really becomes very we're barely getting any communication on anything. So yeah, I was like, okay, this is definitely starting to get weird. Like, I'm feeling very distant from the company now. We went from those weekly calls to every now and then to where it went like a whole month where we didn't have any calls. I was like, okay, something's definitely up. So the big climax, whatever, the breaking point, long story short, the entire ambassador program was disbanded. Bear in mind, this ambassador program had hundreds of people in it. Some of the most loyal people to the brand that, as I stated, were not getting anything. They just had the support link, but they still supported the brand. So this whole, it was literally like a light switch. They were just like, yep, we're going in a different direction. We outgrew the community that we built, which, interesting phrasing again. But yeah, we're going to a different direction where essentially we're going to have opportunities for you to participate in partnerships and campaigns. To my understanding, it's similar to what like Gymshark does with their creator program. Like, you're just an extension of the brand. You're not really part of the team, like you're not an athlete or anything like that. So yeah, that was definitely very eye-opening. A brand that prides itself on community. Even though I noticed in the last months that they were just signing so many new people, but they weren't really taking care of the people that were already a part of the brand. And so I just knew something like this was coming. I just didn't realize it would happen like this, and to where there was no heads up whatsoever. It was a little surprising. And, it wasn't just myself. There were some like big names too, that they were a part of this group, and they got the shaft as well. I was like, yo, some of these names are like huge. Like, they are growing crazy fast on socials, had the perfect demo for the brand. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I didn't understand it. Like, I really didn't understand it. And I think it's very unfortunate. I'm very grateful for the people that I was able to connect with in the time that I was with BPN, but I just, those ambassadors, those were like ride or die people. They loved the brand. And, especially these people that are growing super fast. That's the thing. Like, with fast growth, what accompanies that is fast word of mouth. Word travels extremely fast. I just would have approached it very differently. And, the thing is, the quickest way to get people to turn on you is when you stop treating them like people. And you just kind of treat them as like you're just a part of our agenda, if you will. I get it. Business has to operate the business. Like, that's whatever, moves the needle forward in the most effective manner possible. Like, I understand that's priority, but I don't know. It really rubbed me the wrong way, and I'm sure it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, but I really do love the brand. Like, I do. That's why it was just weird to make this video, because I saw myself like trying to go really far with the brand. And so for them to just kind of pull this maneuver out of nowhere, really, it's a little shocking. Very sad that, so many people that they loved it. They loved BPN and the whole go on more mentality. And it's just like that. It's gone. But such is life. And, with their new partners, etc., I've seen a few of them. And I want to preface this. There are some of them that are absolutely deserving. Like, no question at all. Like, you guys earned that discount code. You earned whatever, like, to be a part of that. And then I saw some of the other people that were brought on, and I was like, some of these people were lucky to post even once a week. Like, some of them didn't even post once a week. I'm like, interesting. But they became a part of the partner program. makes you question some things. So yeah, they were selected, but I think they had been selected a long time ago before any of this happened. Yeah. So anyway, those are my thoughts. That's just what happens, why I am no longer a BPN ambassador. Once again, I still love the mission, and they impacted my life in ways that I could never even really describe fully or do justice in describing. There's so many things that I wouldn't have done unless I found BPN, Nick Bear, like just, and the people within the brand. So it's sad, but you know, that's the thing with chapters. It's like when one ends, you start writing another. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go find a company that we align with as well, that to where, yeah, status is earned, not given. So let's go find it.